Musburger, I apologize. As I said, we basically haven't gotten off the bench too much since 8 o'clock this morning because I don't know what's been going on. So
Your staff said he does still owe the $14.58. It's not been
It
paid.
what?
He still owes his costs.
but it shows it was paid. So somebody is holding that money somewhere.
If somebody paid bond, it's not been placed on his costs. Probably.
No, I gave him hold on, Joanne. Becky, can you come in, please? I show he paid it, so we may be holding it somewhere is why. Okay, so I said he's buying at 1,450. Tell me come in real quick. All right, so I show it's like on at 1458 and he paid it.
Yeah, they must not have applied it because it's not a.
So where is the money? So Joanne, he paid it, but now we got to find out where it went.
So probably because it's pending, it's still, so that's based on him showing up probably. So
Well,
someone probably paid for him.
So Joanne, I ordered a cash payment to be applied. So it's either at the jail or our clerk's office, and Miss Adams is going to call around and figure that out.
Okay.
All right, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that all the information in the search warrant affidavit and order are true to the best of your information and knowledge?
Yes, I do.
Am I the only judge in town, it sounds like today? I've like had a couple of these. No, it's okay. Stay right there for a minute. All right, so Miss Adams will get right back with this.
So pretty short justifications.
Okay. He can just go back out that way. Yeah, he knows how to get out of here. Okay.
Oh, no. Oh,
No, she doesn't need to wait to let you back.
oh, yeah, you gotta go that way.
No, yeah, okay.
So
You're not testifying, you're fine. It's a whole lot of drama.
you are part of that.
Yeah, I think it's you usually have Ruffner stomping around looking for me. Okay, you're all set.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
It was he? What happened? All right. Okay, Miss Underwood, I'm going to bring him back. Maybe there he is. All right, my close. All right, so Miss Underwood, you had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Rowley.
I have, Your Honor.
All right, and Miss Underwood, how would Mr. Rowley like to proceed today?
One moment, Your Honor. I'm trying to.
All right.
Miss Underwood, while you were off the record though, I do show in my file that he posted the $1,428. The money is either being held with the sheriff's department or our clerk's office. Miss Adams is trying to verify that now.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just was going back to look at what the request for the bench warrant, request for the violation was.
Failure to report. You failed to report on, let me go back.
Well, but the one I'm looking at from July 3rd, and I'm sorry, it has Mr. Dager Margosian's name on it. Maybe he was there that day, I don't know. Allegedly.
So what
an
happened
assault.
is back, yeah, hold on a second. Isn't this, Joanne, still the March violation?
I think it never got resolved. I think that's still going on. Jenny.
I can't hear you, Joanne. For some reason, your audio.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
No, it's like really tinny.
All right, I'll log out and come back in.
All right. Saranda, I show that we had a violation of probation back in March of 2024 for failure to pay, failure to appear, and for an alleged assault. Whoever appeared that day on the VOP adjourned it out because there may or may not have been I don't know, probably pending charges.
Right.
And then we set it out to July 3rd, and that's when he never appeared
Okay.
for the probation violation hearing.
Mr. Rowley, without telling us what happened, has the issue of the assault been resolved?
Has anything been resolved? You're
I'm
asking?
sorry?
You're asking is the reason that I didn't show up
So,
and fix?
Mr. Rowley, were you ever charged with an assault?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Did you go to court for that assault?
That is why we was, that. hasn't
No,
been
my
resolved
question
yet.
was, did you go to court for the assault?
It hasn't been resolved, no. I think that's why you guys kept setting it out.
Okay, so is it in Lenawee County?
Yes, ma'am.
When's your next court date?
I think I might have missed it.
Oh, so
I'm
you
not
missed
sure.
that court date too. So there's probably
I
a
think
warrant
so.
out of district court too. Is that right, Miss Holly?
Yes,
Probably
I think that's what my second show cause talks about. Can you hear me now?
Oh, is it? I'm looking for the yellow sheet. Yeah, I can hear you fine now.
Okay, so anyway, I think maybe the bond hasn't been put toward his probation until everything's resolved. And since our March violation really isn't resolved, they probably haven't put it toward his cost.
Do you
I
have
think
another
that-
violation after March? Because I don't show
Yeah,
up March.
yeah, I did a show cause because he stopped reporting.
Can I,
I'm looking at a show cause from July 3rd.
Can everybody
Yeah.
stop talking for just one moment, please? Because I've got like 3 people talking to me. Miss Adams said the clerk's office has his bond money, and once he pleads in his sentence, the money will be applied to his outstanding fees.
No, they need an order.
Oh, they need an order from me, so we'll get an order for me to sign, and then they'll release the money to pay it off. Secondly, Miss Holly is referencing the motion affidavit and bench warrant, show causing him for failing to appear at the July 3rd pretrial. So he has the contempt of court for failure to appear in the probation violation from March. Okay. So, and we have an outstanding warrant in district court for failure to appear for that court date. So Miss Underwood, what would you like me to do?
Well, I suppose we can't take care of the violation because it's connected with that court case.
And I think, let me double check my jail list, but Mr. Rowley was also being seen by Judge Morgan today for violation of a court order and bench warrant. Did you already go see Judge Morgan this morning?
no, ma'am.
All right, he's still got it. Oh, Judge Morgan's not here today. So he's still got to be arraigned by Judge Morgan, I guess. So Miss Underwood, would you like me to set this out a couple weeks?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right, so Mr. Rowley, what I'm gonna do is enter a plea of not guilty.
Yeah, man, because
And-
honestly, can I say something real quick? Honestly, what it is I sold my car to pay the bonds off.
Yeah, no,
And I didn't have
no,
a- I
hold
didn't have a
on,
right
Mr. Rowley, anything you say can and will be used against you because this is a court proceeding. So
No, that's
I'm
fine.
sure Ms. Underwood doesn't want you to say anything that would be an admission of guilt or whatever. I'm not letting you out because you haven't showed up, so I'm gonna set this out 2 weeks from now. Miss Adams, I can do a Thursday or Friday if that would be better, because August 14 is potentially worse than today.
I just haven't had a ride, man. That's the only reason I didn't show up. That's what I wanted to say.
I can always
sold my
call,
car.
I didn't call either, now you just made admissions of guilt, so stop it. Stop talking until your attorney tells you to talk.
August 16th would be best, Judge.
Is 8 o'clock?
We have ex parte at 8 and 2 8:15, so
8:30?
yeah.
All right, Ms. Underwood, are you available August 16th at 8:30? I'll get you in as soon as possible. So that's the closest I can do.
Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Rowley, we will see you back on August 16th at 8:30 in the morning. Your bond on the contempt of court for failure to appear is 25,000. So we will see you back on August 16th at 8:30 in the morning. And I'll enter a plea of not guilty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you're all set, Mr. Rowley. Hopefully they keep on coming. I'm sorry. Becky, do you have a file number for Tora Trammell?
Trammell is 23-21467 FH.
Thank you. I think we only have Rachel Chauvin and Anthony Marcella or something. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I'll figure it out in a minute.
You not have Rodney Owens?
Huh?
Do you not have Rodney Owens?
Well, I have a file for Rodney Owens, but he
So-
wasn't on my docket.
Yeah, I know. I think he might be a pickup.
Yep, okay, I do have Rodney Owens too. Oh, Rhonda, you were on Rodney Owens. Oh, you were on Rodney Owens. Ew. Must have been a busy night last night because we had like a gazillion pickups.
Yeah.
Usually it's like fair weekend or faster horses, we get all the pickups.
Wasn't last weekend the last weekend of fair?
Yeah, but they're all gone now. Last night. Looks like everybody was just whooping on each other yesterday for some reason.
Maybe it was a full moon.
Oh, that was 2 weeks ago, because I keep track of those. All
Hey,
right,
Doug, it's Nikki Underwood. Do I have 10 minutes to run home so I can relieve my
Close that
sitter
phone.
before we do closing arguments?
absolutely.
All right,
All
thanks,
right.
Judge.
So who do I have joining me from the jail?
Yeah, Mr. Merkley. Mr. Markle, Anthony Markle.
Okay, you pronounce your last name Markle?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, say that again, Markle?
Yes, Your Honor, Markle.
Okay, thank you. Let me find paperwork on you. Oh, here we go. So this is in the matter of Courtney Michelle Ramel versus Anthony Nielsen Lee Markle, file number 2022-50200 DC. This is the date and time for two things. One is a failure to pay child support. Mr. Markle, it alleges here that you were ordered to pay $483 a month in child support as of today's date, you have an arrearage of $8,580.52. The last payment we received was $246.66 on June 21 of 2023. You were ordered to appear on March 11 of 2023-24 for a show cause. You failed to appear and a bench warrant was issued. So you also have a contempt of court for failure to appear. So the maximum penalty, is this his only contempt, Mr. Anderson? He owes $8,000. He's never had another contempt.
That's correct, yes.
Okay, so this is a first contempt on failure to pay child support. So the maximum penalty you're facing could be up to 45 days in jail, but on the contempt of court, well, contempt of court for failure to appear could also be up to 90 days in jail. So Mr. Marco, you do have the right to have an attorney represent you at this and all future hearings. Would you like an attorney appointed to represent you?
Yes, can I please my
Okay,
case for a
so
second?
now I'm gonna open up a break. Nope, you asked for court appointed counsel, so I'm not gonna talk to you anymore until you talk to that attorney. So I'm gonna open a breakout room and put you in there with Miss Underwood. Go ahead and join that breakout room. Rhonda looks like she's just about had enough of me today. Great, my power's out. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna close that breakout room, Miss Underwood. All right, so we are back on the record with Mr. Markle. Miss Underwood, did you have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Markle?
I did.
All right, Miss Underwood, how would you like to proceed today on behalf of Mr. Markle?
Your Honor, Mr. Markle is currently waiting for identification and working under the table. If he gets out, he can make a $200 payment by Friday. Your Honor, this is his first contempt. I would ask the court to let him out to do that. And once Mr. Markle gets his ID, it's his intent to get a job where income withholding can kick in and we can start getting regular payments on this, Your Honor.
But he's been working?
He's been working under the table, Your Honor, yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can work under the table and make good money, but it still doesn't show he made any payments for the last year. Mr. Markle, where? No, I know you haven't made any payments. We wouldn't be here. So, Mr. Markle, where are you currently working?
Right now, I work for Kevin Monroe. He used to own a tree service back in the day. He still does the work for the city. He pays me under the table to do, just load the trees up, you know what I mean? So I'm doing that right now. I'm getting ready to get a job at Rusty Four Farms. It's about, I think it's 17 an hour in Albion, Michigan. It's called Rusty Four Farms. It's $17 an hour. I can go over the book so y'all can garnish it. I'll be working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. I was supposed to go on Monday to talk to the guy, but obviously I'm here. I haven't made it there yet. I'm assuming my credentials haven't come in as of recent because of the child support I owe. That's what the lady told me at the SOS. I don't know if that's true or not, but I switched over to just ordering an ID because they said that wouldn't be a problem with ordering an ID. So I got my credentials coming in. As soon as they're probably at my house right now waiting on me to open up. You know, I'm not a criminal. I shouldn't be in jail. I'm a good dad. You know, this ain't. 1 second.
Okay. So, Mr. Markle, at some point, you must have had a really good job if they set your child support at $483 a month.
Yeah, I was working at Woodworth. I was making damn near 20 an hour. Excuse my language. I was making
So what
damn
happened?
near 20 an hour.
What happened?
I blew a tire and they fired me. I couldn't get to work one day. They let me go. That happens, you know.
I explained to Mr. Markle that he needs to get into the front of the court as soon as possible and file for a review.
I would love to do that. I don't know really how to do that. I'm assuming I just need to get up
You
in there and
walk
talk
in
to
the door,
somebody.
you walk down to the basement, and you go to the front desk and tell them you need an income review, and they do it. They give you a date.
Okay.
But Mr. Markle, it also requires you to take responsibility. Like, if you can't get a ride to work, have a backup. Pay somebody to drive you. I mean, that's the adult world we live in, is you figure it out. So, Mr. Markle, you do need an income review because obviously you're making a lot less money. What is your address, Mr. Markle? Or
My
actually,
address
Mr.
right now
Markle, wait, your address is suppressed. So I'm gonna put you in a breakout room when we're done with Mr. Anderson to make sure the friend of the court has a proper address for you. And then this is a Judge Olsaver file. Mr. Anderson, do you know when Judge Olsaver has a date in a couple weeks?
Yeah, I
you
can
know
check
what-
here real quick. I think I know for sure he has September 9th.
Does he have anything like in August? Probably not. Okay, never mind. So I'm gonna set this over for 9/9, and that's at 8 o'clock, right, Mr. Anderson?
Correct.
Okay, so Mr. Markle, I'm gonna let you out on a PR bond. I expect you to pay $200 by the end of this week. Your next hearing will be September 9 at 8 AM. Mr. Markle, you know, you can appear via Zoom, you can walk, you can come in person, whatever it is. You need to start making weekly payments and you need to get a good job and figure out, Mr. Anderson, we don't have a hold on his driver's license, do we?
No, we don't.
So we have nothing to do with your driver's license. You need to figure that out. And then
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not your judge. Judge Olsaver is your judge. So
Okay.
Yep, he's not as nice as I am, so you better be making
understand.
payments and you better show up on September 9th. You are almost at the felony level, Mr. Markle. About another
Right.
$1,500, the Attorney General can charge you with a felony and you will sit in jail and be facing 4 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
all right. So you're gonna get paperwork from the jail with your next court date. Do not miss it.
No, hell no.
Okay, and then make your payments. All right, thank you, Mr. Markle.
Thank you so much, Yarn. You guys have a great day.
You too. Okay, all right, Ms. Underwood, let's see if we can get. I can go cold. Everybody else is. Oh, shoot. How come power's out in half of Adrian and not here? Like, how is that fair?
I wonder if I was out of my house, probably, it always is.
Yeah, power's off on south side.
Where do I live? I live on the,
I'm talking Treat and Beecher. I'm assuming you don't live in that area.
yeah, I think we're.
That's
Let me
where
check
all-
my ring
like
camera.
my family's from, but you're fancy pants.
Our ring is still working, we're good.
All right, who do I have joining me from the jail?
Run the old.
All right, let me find your file. Okay, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Rodney Lee Owens. Mr. Owens, you are file number 22-20777FH. So Mr. Owens, we are here on a request and warrant for probation violation. The allegations on this probation violation are that you violated condition number 1 and that you assaulted a Megan Nicole Gallinati on November 8th of 2022, throwing items at her and using your hands in a belt to hit her, causing injuries to her back, right leg, right arm, and nose. You were subsequently arrested and taken to the hospital by Jackson County deputies, and evidently there may or may not be pending charges. So there is no failure to appear. So is that correct? So Ms. Holly, did you just get transferred here from Jackson or something?
I turned myself in.
Oh, okay, very good. So Mr. Owens, you do have a right to have an attorney represent you at this and all subsequent hearings. I showed that you are on probation for operating while intoxicated. Third offense, which carries a maximum penalty of up to 5 years in prison. So, Mr. Owens, you do have a right. Well, that was in the original. Mr. Owens, originally you were sentenced and you got that sentence. Now we're here on a violation of probation, which means if you're found guilty of the violation of probation, the maximum penalty could be up to 5 years in prison. Do you understand that?
Well, I don't give a shit. So.
Okay, well, if you don't give a shit, I don't have time for this, so I'm gonna set this over to tomorrow morning. We'll see you back tomorrow. You can go. All right, back at ya. Okay, so done with Mr. Owens.
That's all I had.
And, all right, so the last one we have is a Rachel Chauvin.
Is that a violation of probation?
Hello,
That's a friend of the court.
Okay, I'll go.
hello.
Hello?
What just happened? My
He said he
screen
didn't give a
froze.
shit. He said he didn't give a shit and he just seemed out of sorts. So I said, well, if you don't care, I don't care. I'll bring you back tomorrow morning. So I sent him over to tomorrow and then he flipped me off.
Oh,
or flashed a gang sign, but he doesn't look like the type that would be flashing gang
My
signs.
screen froze.
Oh, well, you missed the good part.
I'm sure it'll. Okay.
One more, and then we're done. And then I can get on to. Do you have another hearing in person somewhere?
I have to be in Jackson at 4:30, but that's not for a home visit. So
What's
that's
that?
just for a home visit.
That's not a hearing.
Right, yeah. No. No, no.
Becky, I'm gonna print off a couple search warrants. Hi, I'm good. I have been on the bench since like 8 o'clock this morning. So do you still need the search warrant? Okay, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that all the information in the search warrant affidavit and order are true to the best of your information and knowledge? Okay, I'm gonna look at it right in a few minutes, okay? Bye. All right, so to the young lady in the jail, your first name is Rachel, but can you tell me how you pronounce your last name?
Chauvin.
Chauvin. All right, so this is in the matter of, let me find it. I think we have two. So 3, 2. All right, so these are a Judge Olsaver file, Miss Underwood. So this is in the matter of Rachel Elizabeth Chauvin versus Brandon Paul Waters, file number 2014-40757DS. And then we have file number 22-49335DS, which is Adam Jr. Rodriguez versus Rachel Elizabeth Chauvin. And both of these are Judge Olsaver files. On file number 14-40757DS. Ms. Chauvin, you are ordered to pay $98 a month in child support, and you have a balance or an arrearage of $2,729.15. The last payment we received was $8.75 back on November 2nd of 2023. Okay, and then on file number 22-49335DS, ma'am, you're ordered to pay $273 a month in child support. And as of today's date, you have an arrearage of $6,281.14. And the last payment we received was $24.36 back on November 2nd of 23. This is at least her third bench warrant appearance since August of 23. So Miss Underwood, when it's Miss Stevenson, but so it looks like this is not her first one. So Miss Chauvin, you understand the maximum penalty if you're found guilty or plead guilty could be up to 90 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Miss Chauvin, are you able to hear and understand me?
Yes.
Okay, are you under the influence of anything that would impair your ability to understand these proceedings?
No, ma'am.
Okay, would you like an attorney appointed to represent you?
Yeah.
Okay, so Miss Underwood, I'm gonna appoint you to represent her. I'm opening a breakout room now, so we need to join the breakout room. Jeff, do you ever hear all that noise in the background at the gym and give you PTSD?
No, I didn't spend too much time down there.
Okay. All right, let me close that breakout room. All right, so Miss Underwood, how would you like to proceed, Miss Chauvin?
Your Honor, Ms. Chauvin is homeless. She's staying with the friend currently. She is looking for work. She was, I believe, had an interview scheduled with Taco Bell on South Main. I don't believe she has any money available to pay. I would ask maybe a 2-week adjournment, and we give Ms. Chauvin time to get some sort of stability or a job. This point.
So, ma'am, what do you need? Do you need help? Do you need help with housing? Do you need substance abuse help, alcohol? What is it you need help with, ma'am?
I was already in the process of receiving the help that I was able to get. Like I said, I found a place to lay my head. The next step was to get a job. I had an interview at 3 o'clock at Taco Bell, which was today, the day after I got picked up. So I missed that. I have to go and try to get that, grasp that again. And then the next step was to go to LEAC Housing Help and try to find housing and stuff. But you can't do anything without an income, and it's one thing at a time. So I was in the process.
Any
And I'm not
substance
using
abuse?
any substance. I'm not using any substances. I haven't had any substance abuse. I've been clean for over a year.
All right, so, Mr. Anderson, what's the status of that program through front of the court for job and housing assistance?
You know what? I'm not 100% sure what the status is right now. We can find out though.
Okay, all right, so ma'am, I'm going to release you on a PR bond. Is this the Judge Olsaver file? Yes. I'm gonna release you on a PR bond. What was the day you said you had another date from Judge Olsaver, Mr. Anderson?
I know September 9th was a good one.
Okay, so ma'am, I'm gonna set this over to September 9 at 8 AM, okay? I'm gonna release you on a PR bond. I want you tomorrow sometime to stop in at front of the court. We have a list of employers, which is kind of easier if you have a list of people who are hiring, and I believe you still have that, Mr. Anderson, on your division, right?
Yes, we do.
And I want you to talk to your caseworker, who is Michelle Stevenson. They're all good people. Michelle is very good at her job. She's very helpful. So I want you to stop in tomorrow. I want you to talk to her. And then you'll be back in front of Judge Olsaver on September 9th. And I want to see progress by then, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So you'll get released, and like I said, tomorrow sometime stop in at front of the court and see Miss Stevenson, okay?
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you back on September 9th in front of Judge Olsaver. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Nicole Underwood, are you back? All right, Rhonda, I think you're finally done with me.
It's only 3 o'clock.
Whatever. It's probably the latest we've ever gone on arraignment day.
I feel like we've been YouTubed all day.
I know. All right, Mr. Anderson, is that it? We're all done?
I believe so. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you both. Have a good day. I'm gonna delete the jail. I have lost Mr. T, I think.
Your Honor, he had to go back into work, but I have permission to make my closing and for you to make your ruling.
Okay, fine. All right, so now we are on the record. Hold on, let me grab the file. I'm gonna go off live YouTube.